What deep in? Bang. Hope you're doing good. RWS 13th of June just finished. Good card. Some interesting fights. Some ups and downs in quality, let's say. Oh yeah, before I start, is Pippi. She's gonna be in this video. Yeah, interesting card, and I'll get through it a little bit quick. The first fight, women's bantamweight, 118 pounds. Mia Skier versus Florencia Greco. I had Skier winning through unanimous decision, which is exactly what she did. Unanimous decision win for Skier. She dominated the range, controlled the distance, just like I predicted. I think Greco showed heart in the beginning, especially in the beginning. But in the end, Skier did what she had to do. Controlled the distance, teeped, roundhouses, jabs, long knees, and she got the job done. Very impressive. Moving on, fight number 2. Petr Jaturat versus Craig Marshall. I had Craig Marshall winning through third round KO, which did not happen. He did win the fight, so I had the correct winner, but not the correct way of winning. Petr Jaturat was a lot tougher than I expected. I didn't have a lot of video footage to study of him, but very tough fighter. Chin, he ate some switch left kicks to the jaw and stood up without any issues. Very impressive. Let me move her a little bit. Oi. Very impressive win. And yeah, I think Marshall is a fighter that we can definitely look forward to seeing more out of in RWS. He is technical, he's skillful, he switches attacks very well, kicks from both left and right side, has very good defensive guard, long guard especially, very sound, and yeah, I'm impressed, very impressed by Marshall. He controlled most of the fight all throughout, and yeah, solid win for Marshall. Fight number 3, super flyweight, Singburi versus Pet Sanchai. I had Pet Sanchai winning second round through elbow KO, which did not happen. He started out good, Pet Sanchai. He controlled the range in the first round, did very well, but then in the second round, Singburi started getting into it, and he really rocked him with body shots and a left hook to the jaw. And after that, it was, a toss-up, 1-1 after the first two, and then the last round was close, very close. They could have given it to Pet Sanchai as well, I believe. I think he still controlled the range quite well, but I think it was the big punches that was on Singburi's side, so Singburi got the win through unanimous decision. So that one wrong. First not correct one on this card. And then we have fight number 4, the rematch, Mard Singh versus Eric Soltis Husayev. Very good fight, very entertaining fight. I had Soltis Husayev winning through third round KO through elbow, which actually did happen. There was some knees before that, but the final shot was a elbow coming down into the solar plexus of Mard Singh, who actually fought a great fight before that. They dropped each other in the first round. Very entertaining fight. Mard Singh, I hope we see a lot more of him in RWS, but Soltis Husayev, he did what he had to do, and it was an impressive win. Very, very impressive. Great fight to watch, very fun. The height range looked almost comical in the beginning. It's unreal, but yeah, very impressed by both fighters, and Husayev got the job done. I'm quite happy with that one as well. He didn't control the range as well as I thought he would. Mard Singh managed to get in close and drop the left hand on Husayev many times, and Husayev kept his right hand wasn't really up. And he's lucky that a few of those shots didn't land cleaner because of the height difference, because his right hand, it keeps coming down. So he's a very talented fighter. I think he's only 21 years old. And Mark Singh is very good. Let's give props where props is due. But in the end, I do believe Husaya was a little bit lucky today. He's very talented, he's skillful, but he needs to learn how to protect himself a little bit better, I think, and not only rely on being taller and kind of leaning back not to get hit, which we will come back to on another fighter on this card. But yeah, very impressive performance by both fighters, and essentially most Husayev, who got the job done. I was 100% correct on that one with the elbow finish, even though there's some knees into it, but I'll take it because the last shot was an elbow. Fight number 5, welterweight, Kunhanlek versus Alexis Lagua. I think they said in the broadcast. I had Kunhanlek winning through unanimous decision, and he was never really close. Alexis performed a lot better than I thought he would. He chopped down the rear left leg of Kunhanlek in the beginning of the fight, and Kunhanlek didn't look like himself in this fight because of what Alexis did to him in the first round. He looked hurt. He looked like he couldn't really put down his foot properly. He couldn't sit down on punches. And every time he did sit down on punches, Alexis kept chopping it down. He also cut Kunhanlek with a left elbow, and he countered very well. Kunhanlek tried to look for the clinch, try to go, get close and find something there, but Alexis dominated, looked stronger, looked more clean, and impressive, very impressive win for Alexis, who previously challenged for the belt against Tapacao, and now he's looking like he could be someone that challenges in the future as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens with both of these fighters. But I think we need a rematch between these two. It was a very entertaining fight, very tough fight, and yeah, I was wrong on that one. I had Kunhanlek unanimous decision, and it was the opposite. But very fun fight to watch. Very impressed by Alexis. And then we have the main fight: Marie Rumey, Snow Leopard, reigning champion, versus Mohamed Yan, challenger, only one fight in RWS before. And I'll say that straight out. I underestimated the skill of Mohamed Yan. She's a lot more skillful than I thought. I knew she had a tricky style, right kick followed by right punches and spinning kicks, spinning attacks, not spinning kicks, spinning elbows, spinning back fists. She showed a lot of grit, a lot of heart in the early 2 rounds. And after 2 rounds, they were 1-1. But I also said that Rumey usually starts a little bit slow, which she did in this fight too. Slower than I expected her to. But in the end, the 3rd round, Rumey did what I thought she would do in the 4th round. I had Rumey winning through knees in the 4th. But she did it in 1 round early. In the 3rd round, she came in with heavy knees. Like, it was a little bit back and forth in the beginning of the round, but then when she looked around the neck of Mohamed Yan couldn't really get out of it, and Rumey started dropping those knees that she's so well known for, knee after knee after knee, until Mohamed Yan just gave up. She turned around, hands outside of the ropes, and the referee called it. Very impressive performance by Rumey, who had to face some adversity and overcome it. Very, very impressed by her. I'm impressed by Mohamed Yan as well. I think she's going to come back. I think she needs more experience first. She kind of gassed out a little bit in the first 2 rounds, I believe. But overall, I'm very impressed by both fighters, but of course, mostly by Rumey, who, very, 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 very skillful performance by the champion, who defended her belt for the 2nd time, and it's going to be interesting to see who she defends against next. Very, very impressed. And then the last fight. Rasul Basayan versus Suhair Abu Al Fadl. I told, I said in the prediction that this is a very difficult one to predict, and it proved to be quite a difficult one. I had Suhair winning through third round KO, but in the end, Basian won through unanimous decision. Fully deserved. They won 1-1 after the first two, and then in the third round, Basian just had bigger shots. He landed more heavy. He rocked the head back on Suhair a lot. And even though Suhair has some nice kicks once in a while, has some elbows once in a while, he's not a bad fighter. That's not what I'm saying. But he is so wild and he lacks defensive awareness. He leans back, like I said about Husayev sometimes. Suhair leans back all the time. That's his main defense. He leans back, relies on his length, being tall, and that doesn't work against a fighter that like Basian, who just plows forward and finds a way to get in close. You can't just lean back just because you're taller. You have to protect yourself at all times. Up with your hands, check kicks. You can lean back, but you lean back in a way with your feet as well. You just don't move back. You use your feet to step backwards, and he didn't really do that. Oi. And yeah, it's a completely fair win for Basayan, and I still think both of these fighters have a lot to work on. They're good fighters, they're not bad, but if they want to compete properly in RWS, I mean, both of them came in with like 3 and 4 losses in a row. They have to perform better and develop some of their skills, especially the defensive aspects. Basayan looked good in defense in this fight. He leaned back a lot and he used his feet when leaning back. He had a guard up. So yeah, I'm more impressed by his performance than I am of Suhair, which of course, Basayan won. But in the end, I think both of these fighters have some stuff to work on, but they can come back. They're young, both of them, and yeah. I didn't manage to get that one either. So I think overall I went 4-3 on this one, 4 correct, which was Mia Scare, Craig Marshall, Eric Soltis Husayev, Marie Rumey. Yeah, those were the correct ones. And then I got the rest of them wrong. But yeah, solid. Anyways, I'm continuing quite a good streak of at least the majority of fights being correct. So yeah, thank you for watching, and be sure to check out my next prediction for next week's card. We got some good cards coming up, and at the end of the month it's RWS 200, which is going to be a crazy card, banger of fights from top to bottom. So yeah, keep a lookout, and thank you for watching. Khop ko ma khap.